The first thing I remember is Mira's hand letting go of mine. Not gently, like she finally dropped something heavy she'd been pretending to carry. We stood before the altar at the center of floor 100, black stone and crimson banners, the air humming with endgame magic while our raid panted behind us, armor cracked and HP bars bleeding red. In front of us, the altar pulsed with light. The system says we need a sacrifice, Mira said, voice shaking just enough to sound tragic. One soul to awaken the queen for the final phase. Her fingers tightened on my wrist. Her eyes shone beautifully wet under the cameras. Hannah, she whispered, like my name hurt her. You're the only one whose attributes match. My heart dropped. I am the lowest level, I stammered. My shield won't even exactly. One of the DPS girls snorted. You die first anyway. People laughed. They always did. I stared at Mira. She'd once held my hand in the newbie village, told me my shields made her feel safe, kissed me behind the class change hall and promised we'd clear the tower together. Now her eyes glowed like a saint's. For humanity, she said. The altar flared. A system window popped up in front of her. Final offering required party may designate one member as sacrifice effect. Unlock final boss tower Queen Lilith. She showed it to the party. No one met my eyes. Then she stepped close and kissed my forehead. You'll be a hero, Hannah, she whispered. I'll tell everyone your story. Her hands pushed. My heel hit the altar's edge. Red light swallowed my feet, my legs, my chest. Pain stabbed through me like ice and fire at the same time. My HP bar plunged. Mira? I choked. Mira. Wait, I reached out. She didn't reach back. She stepped away and started to cry beautifully, loudly, facing the party, not me. It's okay, Hannah, she shouted, voice cracking in a perfect performance. We won't waste your sacrifice. Her new favorite DPS girl hugged her from behind. You're so brave, the girl sniffled. My vision blurred. Then everything shattered. Darkness. No HP bar. No system windows. No body. I thought that was it. Then something hooked my soul and yanked. Heat? Cold? Pressure. I gasped and slammed back into existence. I lay on something smooth and cold. A throne, I realized, as my fingers curled around carved obsidian armrests. Above me floated 1,000 red crystals like frozen drops of blood. Below, an endless abyss pulsed with blue light. Ah, a voice purred. You finally booted. I jerked upright. A woman lounged on the arm of the throne like she owned it, long legs crossed, black dress melting into shadow, onyx horns framing crimson eyes. Queen Lilith, final boss of the tower. The sacrifice wakes, she said. Cute. I tried to breathe. My chest moved. My hands shook. I felt wrong, too light and too heavy at once. Am I dead? I whispered. Technically. Lilith tilted her head. Your little human body died. The tower caught your soul mid-fall. She tapped a crystal. It flickered with images the altar, my death, Mira's tearful face. She sold you cheaply, Lilith said. Didn't even haggle. My throat closed. Why am I here? I croaked. The system answered. Soul compatibility. 99.9% unique state unlocked. Abyssal Vessel access level. Co-administrator of Tower Babylon title gained. Queen's chosen. The windows floated in front of me, blue and sharp. Co-administrator. Queen's chosen. What? I stared. I was just a C-rank support. Barrier mage. I don't. Lilith leaned in until her hair brushed my shoulder. Your soul is stubborn, she murmured. The altar tried to consume you. You refused. Very impolite. She smiled, all fangs and charm. I had a choice. Let the tower grind you into mana like the others, or bind you to me and give you a shiny new role. She tapped my chest. Congratulations. You're my vessel, Hannah. My, what? You share my access. She waved at the abyss. Images spun to life. Raid teams on lower floors, newbies stumbling through traps, live streams, chat windows screaming. You hear the system. You can touch the code. Why me? I whispered. Her eyes softened for half a second. Because when you died, you were thinking about how to protect them. Even the one who threw you in. My chest hurt. Pathetic, Lilith added. But interesting. A new crystal flared. A town broadcast opened. Mira stood in the interview hall, surrounded by cameras. We lost Hannah on floor 100, she said, voice breaking exactly on cue. She stepped forward when we needed a sacrifice. She was so brave. I begged her not to, but she insisted. She dabbed at her eyes. Comments flooded. Mira is an angel. Rip Hannah. True hero. She died a good death. Mira carried again. TT. I stared. I'd never stepped forward. She'd pushed me. Heat rose in my chest. Not magic. Anger. Clean and sharp. Lilith watched me. Do you hate her? She asked. Yes, I whispered. Do you want to kill her? Her tone was casual, like asking about tea. I thought of Mira's laugh, her hand in mine, that same hand shoving me into the altar. I don't know, I admitted. It hurt to say it. Lilith's smile turned slow and dangerous. Good. Killing is too simple. You have something better. System windows unfolded permissions, sliders, toggles, granted. Floor control limited granted. Monster aggro override granted. Difficulty modulation granted. Observation global raids you, my little sacrifice, Lilith said, lips at my ear. Decide who the tower favors, who lives, who suffers, who reaches me, and who kneels. We started with beginners. On floor 3, kids from a backwater safe zone stumbled into a poison trap. Trash gear. Panicking healer normally a wipe. I reached out with my will. It felt like tugging on threads underwater. I pulled. The gas thinned and vanished. Dungeon anomaly detected cause. Co-admin intervention result. Party saved from lethal state. One girl stared up. The tower spared us. On floor 20, a solo dagger girl faced a mini-boss 20 levels above her while chat spammed RIP. I nudged the boss AI. One tell dropped early. She dodged by accident, then on purpose, then landed a crit. Mini-boss defeated hidden title unlocked. First-timers luck. Her stream exploded with cheering. Someone's messing with the tower, Lilith said later, sprawled across my throne, head in my lap like a cat. They're calling you a guardian. I ran my fingers through her hair without thinking. The tower shouldn't be pure evil, I said. People deserve a chance. You died begging it to spare them, she snorted. Now you are it. Poetic. We couldn't save everyone. The system pushed back when I bent it too far, stabbing pain behind my eyes. Lilith would flick her fingers, and the pain melted to a dull ache. Careful, she murmured once, when my vision went white. You can break yourself again. It's worth it, I muttered. They're just kids. Something warm flickered behind her crimson eyes. Humans, she said softly, always dying for each other. Mira's runs were different. When her party hit trap rooms, I delayed warnings by half a second, enough to cost potions and raise scrolls, not lives. When they fought bosses, I boosted aggro on her new DPS girl so Mira had to heal instead of show off. Their streams got messier. Chat started to notice. Mira looks off. Why so many near wipes? Did the tower get harder? On floor 60, a rival guild stole a world-first clear. Her smile cracked on camera. Some nights I hovered my cursor over a slider labeled lethality for her party. Do it, Lilith whispered. Let her feel what you felt. My hand shook. Then I dragged the slider down. Not yet. You're too soft, she complained, flopping across my lap again. You didn't choose me because I'm hard, I said. She blinked, then burst out laughing. True, I chose you because you're interesting. Months passed. Outside, safe zones collapsed into raid hubs. The game became the spine of reality. Rumors spread of a mysterious guardian who bent tower cruelty, sometimes impossible dodges, perfect drops, near-death saves. People drew fan art of a faceless angel made of pixels and light. I watched from the core beside a demon queen in a dress of shadows. Every day I felt less like the trembling C rank who clung to Mira, and more like what the system called me, Abyssal Vessel. Co-admin, Queen's Chosen, Hannah, Lilith murmured one quiet cycle, when no raids were active and the abyss glowed soft. If I asked you to give up the humans and stay only with me, would you? Her head rested on my shoulder now, horns ticking against my cheek. I won't abandon them, I said. Not again. Even her? She asked. Mira's face flashed in my mind. Her laugh, her shove, especially her, I said. She doesn't get to decide who lives or dies anymore. Lilith's smile turned sharp and proud. Good answer. It took Mira a long time to reach floor 100 again. Other guilds climbed into the 90s. Some were decent, some were monsters. I smoothed the way for the decent and let the cruel suffer their code-ridden karma. For Mira, I gave her everything the tower had, every mechanic, every fatigue debuff, every punishment for greed. No hidden mercy. Her party staggered through the last gate, drained and twitchy. The cameras were live, chats flooded. Mira returns to floor 100. This is it. Guardian. Are you watching? I was. The throne room welcomed them like a mouth. This time I sat on the throne by choice. Obsidian beneath me, black-blue armor wrapped around me like smoke, runes drifting around my gauntlets, hair glowing faintly with starlight, eyes mirrored with system light. Lilith lounged on the armrest, one leg draped over mine, smiling lazily. The doors slammed open. Mira marched in at the front, cape flaring, sword raised, new DPS girl at her side. Final boss, she called. Queen Lilith, I've come to end this tower and save humanity. Her gaze snapped up, found me, and stopped. Hannah? She breathed. Her party froze. Chat exploded. Is that Hannah? Didn't she die? Cussing, she looked thinner, stress carving sharp lines through her saint face. Hannah, she said louder. You're alive? Lilith rose, but I lifted a hand. She sat back, amused. I died, I said. My voice echoed with system reverb. You made sure of that. Mira flinched. That's not let's ask the system, I said. I snapped my fingers. Windows flooded the air. Archive. Floor 100 altar event playback initiated above us. A projection replayed my death. Not Mira's edited story. The raw log, her hand on my wrist, her shove, my panic, her turning away to cry on cue. The party's silence. Outside, every hub saw it. Chat turned rabid. Mira went white. The system is misinterpreting, she stammered. I had to choose. You know that. Another set of windows appeared. Player Mira true titles opportunist calculated savior party cannibal hidden gasps ripped through her party. You knew the ritual didn't need consent, I said, each word a blade. You let them believe I stepped forward. You cried for cameras. You took my death and used it. I did it for humanity, she snapped, desperation cracking her mask. We needed a sacrifice. Someone had to someone weak. I cut in. Someone nobody would miss. Her lips trembled. Hannah, I loved you. You have to. If you'd loved me, I said softly, you would have died with me before you threw me away. Silence. Her DPS girl stared at the floor. Lilith finally stood, grinning. Best part, she told the world, is what happened after. New clips rolled. Parties saved at the last second. Traps softened. Bosses shifted. Lives spared. My system tag glowed in each corner. Anomaly source. Abyssal Vessel. Hannah's been watching this tower. Lilith purred. Your guardian? She swept an arm toward me. She's right here. Mira swayed. That's not possible, she whispered. You were just a support. In our last life, yeah, I said, stepping off the throne. My boots rang on black stone. I healed you, shielded you, believed you. I stopped a few steps away. I died thinking you'd tell the truth. Instead, you turned me into a prop. Her gaze flicked to the cameras, to the lives watching. We can fix this, she blurted. Come with me. We clear this. Then you stand beside me. I'll say you were alive all along. Lilith gagged audibly. I don't need your stage, I said. I have my own. I raised my hand. The system waited. I didn't select lethal. I picked something worse. Tower Authority invoked admin action. Revoke titles target. Player Mira golden titles blinked out. Saint of the Tower removed World's Light removed Heroine of Sacrifice invalidated her reputation bar shattered. Global reputation. 97% 13% chat went feral. I wasn't done. Admin action. Access limitation target. Player Mira result. High tier raid access denied result. Sponsor boost removed. What are you doing? She screamed. You can't do this to me. I'm not doing anything, I said. The tower is. I'm just steering it. She lunged. Lilith flicked a hand. Dark chains exploded from the floor, dragging Mira to her knees. Her sword clattered away. Hannah, she gasped, looking up, makeup streaking. Please, I was scared. I made a mistake. Give me another chance. I'll love you. The words tasted rotten. I don't need your love, I said. She flinched. I needed it when I was your weakest member. When they called me dead weight and you laughed. When you used my shields and told me I should be grateful. I leaned down until we were eye to eye. Now I have the tower. And she has me. Lilith hummed, pleased. Mira's eyes overflowed with ugly, real tears. Do you hate me that much? No, I said, straightening. Hate would mean you still matter. I turned away. Remove her from the floor. I told the system. Respawn. Lowest safe zone. Lockout. Raids above floor 20. Player Mira. Forcible ejection. Blue light swallowed her. She screamed my name as she vanished. It cut off mid-syllable. Silence fell. The remaining party members stared at us like we were gods. Maybe we were. You may leave, I said. Clear the tower if you can. But remember who really saved you. They bowed to me, not to Mira's memory. To the girl their idol had sacrificed. One by one, they retreated through the return gate the tower opened for them. Soon it was just me and Lilith in the quiet core of Babylon. Lilith broke the silence with a soft laugh. "That was petty," she said. "And satisfying," I answered. Her eyes gleamed. "Extremely." She stepped closer, shadows curling around her ankles, and fussed with my armor collar like it mattered. "You didn't kill her." "Merciful?" "Cruel," I said. "She has to live in a world that finally sees her." "Ah," Lilith grinned. "My vessel has claws." She hooked a clawed finger under my chin. "You could shut this whole place down," she said. "Close the gates. Let humans tear each other apart while we watch." I thought of the kids I'd saved, the solo dagger girl, exhausted parties who made it one more floor because of a tiny nudge, the fanart of a faceless guardian. "I'm not shutting it down," I said. "The tower runs this world now, but we can rewrite the rules." "We?" she echoed. I met her eyes. "We." For a moment, the abyss itself seemed to pulse. Lilith let out a breath, half laugh, half something softer. "Fine," she said. "We then." "My queen." Her hand slipped into mine, warm and solid. I squeezed back. Below us, floors shimmered like stacked mirrors. Above, new gates blinked into existence, controlled, patterned, safer than the old wild rifts. The system chimed. Global announcement: Tower State. Stabilized primary admin. Queen Lilith co-admin. Abyssal savior Hannah. Savior glowed brighter than the rest. I'd died as a weak support, tossed away as convenient fuel. Now people who'd never know my face would live because I tugged a few invisible threads. Untouchable, above players and their petty dramas. Still, somehow, their shield. "Ready to fix the world?" I asked. Lilith smirked. "With you?" She tugged me back toward the throne. "Always." We sat together as the tower breathed around us, watching new parties enter its gates. And somewhere far below, in a forgotten safe zone, a fallen heroine screamed at a system that no longer listened to her name. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. More betrayal, rebirth, and revenge stories coming soon. Don't miss it.